Hey, what's up, y'all? My name is Millennial Smart, and I'm bringing you the slop, the whole slop, and nothing but the slop. So, out of curiosity, did you see the beginning of that video? Did y'all see the intro? Typically, my intros are just little skits that kind of segue into the video, just to kind of get you guys hyped up for what I'm about to talk about in regards to the subject in itself. But you seen that video, right, with Booker T and how he was reacting? Tell me why there's a post. And I'm going to say the person's name because I don't fucking like this person, because the way they make it sound, the way they attribute malice for no fucking reason is why I'm so sick and tired of professional wrestling nowadays, and the cucks and the marks that are now participating inside it, making it to seem the way that it is right now, when in reality, it should be way more masculine compared to how these retards jump in and take away all the masculinity in order to focus on athleticism, because that's all they want to harp on, because again, when it comes to meritocracy, they pick and choose what they want to. The person's name is Shakira. LOL, it's Shakira. That's the person who posted that video. A flat out, straight up feminist. She said about that post, it's actually worse seeing him do it than hearing him do it. She's signal boosted. Actually, I don't know, whatever their fucking pronouns are, right? Because that's what they like to harp on also, because I want to talk about that in a little bit too. This is the pussification of professional wrestling right now. These are the people that the core audience is right now in regards to looking at people from Fightful, from looking at people from Wrestling Regret, from looking at people from Rock Culture. I talked about this yesterday, ironically enough, coincidentally enough. All this stuff is starting to coincide and conflate with each other, because this is exactly what I'm talking about as far as what we need to get rid of in professional wrestling overall. So let me understand this. You post something out of context, you make it seem like Booker T is a pervert for reflecting off of Stephanie Vaquer doing that, and now you want to signal boost it. You get 15,000, almost 16,000 likes on this post. Again, signal boosting it to make Booker T look like a creep. And then you get someone underneath that post going, oh, nah. And then she says, both is weird, but seeing it just made me even more disgusted, bruh. Bruh, it's wild, man, that you get somebody with a little bit of fucking common sense coming out and saying, what's weird is that you and a bunch of other morons are offended by it, yet the actual person who should be offended by it has told Booker T nothing. Get a fucking life, weirdos. And then this bitch comes underneath this post and she's like, I think you should stop telling, get this, I think you should stop telling women how to feel and shut the fuck up. So then this person, rightfully so, chips back. Bitch, shut up and go make me a sandwich. Right on, bro. We need to put these people in their place, man. The constant always making themselves to be a victim and then making up more bullshit in order to make themselves seem more like victims in order to hide behind that, because they themselves can't actually snap back at what is actually being presented in front of their face as far as the subject and the context is considered. I'm sick and tired of it, bro. I'm sick and tired of the victim mentality and constantly hiding behind the victim mentality in order to skirt around the fact that what you're saying is fucking stupid. I'm sick and tired of these people coming out of the woodworks left and right out of each fucking corner, telling these people how to fucking think. And if you don't think this way, that makes you a bad person, because I chose to make my way. I chose to make myself think this way. I chose to fucking follow a certain political vision, and then I come here and then I gaslight everybody saying that this is not political, this is just current common sense. I chose to think this way, and therefore if you don't think the way I think, that means you are a bad person. Then you take that whole reflection and that whole vision that you took away from politics, typically progressive politics, you bring it into professional wrestling, and then everybody, the way that professional wrestling was built up about 25 years ago when it was actually popular, you take it, and then you probably weren't even born yet, if for nothing else, super fucking young. You take your, I want to fit inside this group political type of thinking, you bring that into professional wrestling, and now everybody has to follow that vision while knowingly understanding that what you're presenting is actually fucking boring. That people and themselves only reflect on it because it's all about virtue signaling in the end of the day. Some people want to speak up, but they don't want to speak up because they don't want to be the person who's being dogpiled by a bunch of fucking mobs. It's as if they haven't done this shit a couple of months ago when it went after me and my family for not following the way of the progressive mindset as far as how they think. Going after AEW constantly, and rather than actually focusing on what the things I'm saying, you hate that I said the things, so you want to get personal about it. And then when I come back at you, you want to gaslight me, you want to bring a bunch of big channels in order to fucking gang rape me. Okay, bet. This is what I'm talking about though, bruh. Why you think I would never go after anybody within the commentary space who fit my way of thinking? Because you have to fight fire with fire when it comes to these motherfuckers, bruh. You have to look at what they're saying and know how to combat. It has to be a military mindset when thinking about this shit nowadays if you actually want to fucking combat this mindset. If you want to combat this. And it's not something you have to take and you have to make it a life philosophy. Obviously, it's just professional wrestling in the end of the day. We all have lives outside of professional wrestling, right? But when you come back into the environment, nothing wrong with focusing on that military mindset as far as what we need to do to combat this type of narrative. You got a person legitimately going out of their way to call Booker T a fucking creep, calling him a weirdo for reflecting off of what you seen in that intro. You tell me what was so bad about the intro, bruh. And if you think that's just a minuscule thing that we're focusing on right now, nah, bruh, it gets much worse. I seen another post. You had Tony Khan pretty much congratulating Mike Bailey, right? He's now all elite, whatever. I think he's gay. I don't care about him. Then Crowbar from WCW, he went underneath the post and he was pretty much saying, hey, this is really cool. I love Mike Bailey. He was one of my favorite opponents. Tony Khan said thanks to Crowbar for signing some, I don't know, memorabilia of his back when he was a teenager. Crowbar said it was a pleasure. He remembers the whole situation. He thought it was really, really cool. And then this person comes underneath that. Mind you, you hear everything as far as the discussion is having right now with Tony Khan and Crowbar. Very cordial, very lighthearted, very cool. It's just them, what would you say? Going down memory lane, if you will, right? And then you get this son of a bitch pop up out of nowhere. Mike Bailey is a they, you disrespectful, misgendering bigots. This is who we fucking with right now, bruh. These people are fucking miserable, bruh. And of course he's following Fightful. Of course he's following Brian Zane. Of course he's one of those people within the Steven Larson camp. Of course he's one of the British YouTubers as far as the people who make commentary videos about the same fucking topic, consistently belittling one company while praising the other company. But when you do the same thing in reverse when it comes to AEW and WWE, even though currently at the moment you don't like both companies, you just choose to go after the other company, whereas they will blatantly try to hide the fact that they have a disdain for WWE and they're obviously pro AEW. When you do the same thing that they're doing on the opposite side, that makes you a bad person. This is the way they think. This is the ideology, bruh. This is what the fuck I'm talking about, man. This is the type of shit that we need to combat. Why are you talking about Mike Bailey being the they? Who gives a fuck about Mike Bailey being the they? As a matter of fact, if it were up to me, if I was in Tony Khan's position, obviously Tony Khan's one of these losers, so obviously he's not going to do this. But if I was in his mindset as a businessman, I wouldn't even be fucking with a Mike Bailey. I wouldn't be fucking with nobody who has genders and pronouns and non-binary and binary and pansexual fucking pots and pans and shit like that. I would not give a fuck about these people. Say whatever the fuck you want to say. They can skedaddle, they can kick rocks, they can breathe in water. I don't give a fuck about these people, bro. They're nothing but trouble. Mentally ill fucking losers walking around pretending that everything offends them in order to make you feel bad, to make you feel like you should pander to these losers. They go around doing all this shit, all this weird, stupid shit, making up stuff in order to make themselves feel more special than what the fuck they really are. Talking about, I'm a girl, look at me as a girl, see everything about me optically as a girl, but I want to be referred to as a they, them. This is the kind of shit that I'm talking about, man. They get mad at you for looking at how life was for about 25 years prior to professional wrestling, building up to professional wrestling. When professional wrestling gets popular and the post stuff for professional wrestling, that was considered normal. But they take normality and now they consider normality to now be a threat, and therefore you're being political. No, motherfucker, I'm just living life how I live life all my life. But now you're considered political because normal to these motherfuckers are now abnormal. That's the kind of shit that we fucking with right now. Normal is now abnormal. Never mind the fact that they color their hair, they pierce their nose, they got daddy issues tattooed all over their fucking face and bodies, always doing stupid weird shit, constantly looking for attention, constantly trying to marginalize themselves, even though they're the most whitest, white bread privileged motherfuckers in the goddamn world. People worth millions of dollars pretending they're going through the fucking struggle. Champagne socialists, people going around trying to be punk rock, but wouldn't know punk rock from CM Punk or The Rock. Come on, bro. It's weird, bro. These niggas are all weird, my guy, and they always do this shit, and they bring things into the space, and they pretend as if what they're doing is normal. They pretend as if what you need to do is follow what they're doing, so professional wrestling could be where? Currently where it's at right now, on a downtrend. I'm telling you, support people within the commentary space. I don't give a fuck if you want to call them anti-smarks. I don't give a fuck if you want to call them e-drones. I don't care if you want to call them WWE dick suckers at this point. I don't give a fuck, because I know the audience that lies in the midst of both of these camps, and I can tell you, these losers will take everything that's fun, take everything that's fictional, and pretend it's real, and they hide behind them podiums on the fucking internet because they know when actually confronted in real life about the dumb shit that they say, they can't back it up, or they spaz out when they in the group. That's something else too that's getting on my motherfucking nerves. I hate the fact that the internet exists only for one thing and one thing only. And yeah, you can say I'm a bit of a hypocrite right now, but I can tell you right now, 20v1 or 1v20, I can take care of myself. People want to join me in the fight, then by all rights, come on, but I can tell you right now, I can handle myself. All these motherfuckers can never come at me, because when they come at me, they can never do it with facts. I come with facts. I come with metrics. I'm the one that puts links inside my fucking description box. You gotta come and you have to emotionally attack me. You have to get personal, but then you can't do that shit too, because you can't have wordplay like me, motherfuckers. I'm telling you right now, bro. These motherfuckers come into the fucking space and they do whatever they want to do, but I'm letting you know right now what the game is. This is the game. It's all an agenda in the end of the day. They have an agenda currently going on in professional wrestling that they want to push, that they want people to be held accountable in regards to shit that they're not even fucking aware of, because they grew up in a completely different time frame where the normal, like I said, is now considered abnormal. It's going over their heads. You got people calling Triple H a fucking racist while pushing black wrestlers, for a fucking example, making up all kinds of fucking excuses, trying to find the most minimalistic fucking situations in order to blow up, in order to make him seem like a fucking racist. Because they're so fucking completely ideologically captured that they themselves can't step out of the bubble to see that what the hell they're talking about is absolutely fucking asinine. You got people taking, what do they call it nowadays? What is it called? Microaggression or some shit? Literally just making up shit in order to be victims for themselves, bro. Again, you got this clown right here saying Mike Bailey should be referred to as a they, and now this person is considered disrespectful and a bigot. A bigot because Mike Bailey decided to call himself a they. Fuck these niggas, bro. I've been saying it for the longest. Fuck all these clowns. They're all fucking retarded. Every last single one of them. You got people backstabbing friends in order to put themselves over so they can't be held accountable along with this person, because they're too scared to stand by this person because of the rules of the game changing, even though they themselves about 20 years ago probably did the exact same thing that was considered normal, considered fine at the time, but now it's not. And therefore, in order to keep themselves virtued, in order to keep themselves in the good graces of the fans, they distance themselves from friends because they're backstabbing fucking losers looking directly at you, Brian Zane. You got motherfucking clowns sitting here grandstanding because they themselves can't be bigger than what the fuck they hope to be. So therefore, everybody that's around them, they're the liars. They're the pieces of shits. They're everything. They project all these narcissistic beliefs when in reality, they do the exact same thing. They criticize looking at you, Sean Ross Sapp. All these motherfuckers are exactly the fucking same, bro. They sit on their pedestal. They sit on their high horse. And they look at all the peons beneath them. And then they grandstand. They virtue signal. They tell people how to think in order to profit from it. You know this in the end of the day, right? You know all these motherfuckers just grifting and profiting off of the shit that they're saying. They're quick to call me a grifter because I go after AEW so much, even though they can't combat anything that I'm fucking saying. But they themselves can grift off an issue when I guarantee you, bro, I wish I could pull up a crystal ball, look in the past, and pull up everything as far as their past is considered. Because if you were to do that by their own standards, by their own logic, everything that they talk about being bad, go back into 2002. Go back into 2003. Look at what they were doing when they were teenagers, and let's use their own logic against them and watch them be canceled right now. But they won't do that. You can't do that, obviously. But they'll hide all that shit. They'll bury all that shit. They'll pretend none of that shit existed back then in order to hold you accountable for sins that they themselves wouldn't even abide by 20 years ago. And then they call it aging. They call it maturity. They, them, being referred to as a fucking he is called maturity. No, I call it a mental illness, and I'll say directly to your motherfucking face. That's what we're talking about right now. That's the culture of professional wrestling. That's the standard that they want you to abide by. Then they sit back and try to gaslight you and say that, oh, it's just professional wrestling. oh, you're taking it too seriously. As soon as I turn off this microphone, as soon as I upload this video, I'll be playing with my son. I'll be going to sleep. I'll be getting ready to go to work, and nobody will know about this shit besides what happens on the motherfucking internet. But they gaslight you and they think that this is all your life. They know this is not your life. They just can't combat your actual stance. So like I said, they go with the ad homs. They go with the emotional attacks. They know it's full of shit. They know it's bullshit. That's why they do stuff like that, because they can't combat you on the things that were normal 25 years ago. Then they prepare a generation of fucking losers to come up looking at the shit that they're talking about, because unfortunately their time, as far as when it's starting, is way past the prime of when things were actually fucking normal. So they sit here and they propagandize the product as far as what it currently is right now, and they pretend and say that what's going on right now should be the thing that's currently reflecting off of pop culture in general. And then they fucking sit here and they brainwash these kids, and now they come up and now they're in their 20s nowadays, reflecting off of the shit that they seen these losers come up for the past decade talking about is the right thing to do. Even though I guarantee you, almost everybody that's being brainwashed by their favorite creator didn't act anywhere near close to what they tell you is bad. They didn't act anywhere near like that compared to the age of the audience that they're talking to right there. Their audience is like 18, 16, 17, 19, 20, 21 years old. Now pull up their past when they were 18, 16, 17, 19, 20, 21 years old. But then they'll tell you what they're doing is bad. Come on, bro. Get with it, man. Open your eyes, open your ears. Come on, get with it, man. Fuck all of them, bro. Fuck all these creators, man. I can't stress this enough. Fuck every person who has a big channel who panders. You know the look, you know the aesthetic, you know how they sound, you know what you see. Come on, bro. Stop following these people, man. Stop it. They're all fucking clowns. As always, my name is Millennial Smart, and I'll be catching you guys later. Deuces, P. Ice.